scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On first down, Hurts goes right back to Smith again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it in the And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. Well, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working with a 2nd and 4. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Sanders, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give running right is Chubb. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Around the 35-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts rolling to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Second and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And some room to maneuver. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb 66 yards. And the Browns use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. Sanders has the first down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Hurts will throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. Just about put a capper on this one. In the fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.